Okay, here we are again. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Beginner English Chat with Cassandra. I'll wait a few moments for students to arrive from the previous lecture. Oh, we have a student already. Unju Shin, hello again. Great to see you. Okay, so good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to talk about hobbies, how to describe your hobbies, how often you do them, and we're going to look at some common errors that could happen when we're talking about our hobbies. For example, is it go, play, or do when we talk about certain activities? And hobbies are really important to talk about because when we learn about your hobby, we learn more about who you are as a person. So it's a great way to get to know each other, to build friendships, and so on. We have more students in the chat. And Hyunsuk Jung, Park Hyo Jung. Hi! Some of you I recognize from previous classes, actually, as well as from telephone English. MJ, hi. So I'll actually take a quick moment now at the beginning of our talk and at the end of our talk to encourage everybody who is a student of Cuffs to register for telephone English. Maybe you know what it is already. If you don't know, telephone English is when a foreign professor like myself or Professor Hollis, Professor Nolan, we will call you sometime during the day. You choose a time, we call you, and we simply talk together for 15 minutes. And I think it's a great way, one, to get to know your professors, but more importantly, to practice your English and have some interaction with authentic speakers. So if you would like, I would encourage you to sign up to register for telephone English. You can do that at the Cuffs website, on the Naver blog, I believe the band, Naver band, or simply you can call or email the English office. So I'm sorry for taking up your time here promoting promoting Cuffs like that. But actually, we happen to have some free spots available, and that usually doesn't happen. Usually, we're super busy, but we have space. So sign up. I would love to speak with you. And we have more students here. Hello. What's up, Mimi Vlog? Nothing much in you. I'm just here on a weekend, hoping to go outside after our live chat today. I think the weather has been phenomenal. So I'm quite excited to go outside later and enjoy the weather in Seoul. HJ, hello. Mikyung So. Ki-byung Kim, hi, I remember your name. For you, Jik, a little bit nervous of telephone English. Oh, please don't be nervous. It's really not that scary. In addition, we provide questions in advance to you. So some students prepare their answers to the questions. So actually, I do that when I take a Korean lesson. I need to write my ideas before I speak with the teacher. So you can write your ideas and then you have something to help you through the lesson. Other students, they just want free talking, and that's okay too. So you can do what you'd like. My house is beautiful. Oh, thank you. You might just be seeing the beautiful corner of my house. If I were to move my webcam that way, you could see some dirty dishes and a little bit of a mess. That's our secret today, which I'm telling the internet. Hi. Oh, wow. We have a lot of new students in here. Okay. So as I mentioned, we are talking about hobbies. And please listen carefully because as usual, we end with a quiz. My question for you is, what's a hobby? What's a hobby? Meaning, could you please give a definition for hobby? Unju, thank you so much. That's a very kind compliment. Maybe that you've said it, I'm going to jinx it. Do you know jinx? Like, because you said one thing, it's a good thing, but maybe it won't happen. Yes, doing things in your free time. For you, Jake. Perfect. Happy Learner, hi, says something people do for fun when they have free time. When they have free time. Great answer as well. Things we like to do, usually beautiful sentence. That is correct. So we can think of a hobby as a regular activity. We do it for enjoyment. We do it for fun. It's done in your free time. And it's not done professionally. That means I do not get a payment. Maybe sometimes your work and your hobby can be the same thing. For example, if you work as a snowboard instructor and your hobby is also snowboarding, well, I guess snowboarding is your life. That's kind of a slang we'll use, right? Like snowboarding is my life. I'm all about snowboarding. So for some people, yes, the hobby and the profession, the job are the same thing. But for most of us, I think a hobby is something that helps you forget your job and the stresses of your work life. So for most people, the hobby and the job are separate things. So anyway, it's the weekend. Let's not try to talk too much about our work unless we have to, right? Okay, let's check the chat for a moment. Yes, that's a good comment. So lucky people have their hobby and their profession as the same thing. That's a great observation. I agree. Yes. So, okay, I'm really sorry. I need my glasses to see your name perfectly. I think it's Huang. Okay, I'll say just Jongun. Jongun. I'm sorry, I didn't say your surname. I'm calling you by your first name. Jongun, doing things that I like. Exactly. Okay, so why don't we start our chat with a very simple question. Would you please name one of your hobbies? Tell me one of your hobbies. I would like to know one of your hobbies. So if you would like to type it in the chat, that would be great. I want to hear from everybody here. There are many ways to ask about hobbies. Name one of your hobbies is something a teacher could say, but there are very other expressions. We could say, what do you do in your free time? We could say, what's your hobby? We could say, what do you do for fun? Or what's your favorite pastime? That could be a new word. Or even, do you have any hobbies? What do you do? So actually, there are so many ways of asking this question. I will put them in the chat right now in case you're curious. So we can use any of those. I would love to know about some of your hobbies. What's your hobby? Playing video games. Very good. Oh, Park says, these days I'm going to the gym because my abdomen, so my abdomen is like your stomach, your 배, I guess in Korean. My abdomen looks like a donut. So let's raise our hands if we're in the donut club right now, because I also have this affliction. I have not been working out that much since COVID-19 began. Right. Yes, go hiking, Ki-byung. Perfect. And you used go and hiking perfectly together. Reading, I like reading as well. Beautiful. Listening to music, playing an instrument. So I went like this naturally because I play the saxophone. Other people, maybe they play the piano or various other instruments. Hiking is a very popular one, it seems. Okay, road cycling. So I think road cycling is your bike, right? Your bicycle. Yes, so you could just simply say, I enjoy road cycling. Okay, Unju, lovely. Reading, watching dramas, and drawing, all lovely things. Posting to my blog, Eunice. Wow. Blogging is a great hobby. Cool. Very cool. If you want to promote your blog, go ahead. You can link us. My hobby is watching movies. Perfect sentence. Me too. Watching YouTube channels. So we'll put an S there because I think you watch more than one. Me too. I watch so many YouTube channels. I have to stop doing it. Yes, YouTube can be a little distracting sometimes. I really like watching movies. Beautiful. Okay, so donut club answers. So people who gained weight during COVID. Me, I am a donut now. Unju, sewing, needlework, lovely. My hobby is making YouTube videos. You're a YouTuber, or you could say a content creator, YouTube content creator. Really cool. Promote ahead if you'd like. Okay, so I want to just give a quick tip here. If we talk about one hobby, we say just my hobby is blah, blah, blah. But if you have more than one hobby, more than one answer, we would say my hobbies are, not is, right? More than one thing. So my hobbies are X and Y. My hobbies are surfing and snowboarding, for example. Those are not my real hobbies. That was just an example. I guess my real hobbies would be, I don't know. My hobbies are, or I could say my hobbies include. My hobbies include watching movies, taking walks, reading books, and eating, going to restaurants, and a little bit of cooking. That was a long answer. But remember, A-R-E for the multiple answers. Playing guitar, great hobby. I love studying English, but I'm searching the way to improve mine quickly on YouTube. That's awesome. There are so many wonderful channels completely in English or that use a little bit of English and Korean. I personally love channels that show English media. For example, that show a clip from the Conan show, or I don't know, Jimmy Kimmel Live. So these late night talk shows, they take clips and then in Korean, they explain what the native speaker is saying. And it really helps you understand different slang words and different ways of speaking. Those are pretty cool. But like I said, so many different styles of English learning videos on YouTube. If you want to share any English YouTube resources, go ahead. If you want to help each other, you can say, I like this channel, and maybe someone will find out about a cool channel. You are a foodie. Yes, I am a foodie. If I want to be completely honest, I'm a foodie mostly on weekends when I'm socializing. During the weekdays, I try to diet a little bit, but anyway, it doesn't really work, and I just eat a lot. I pig out on the weekends. I eat everything I can. Okay, enough about me. So why don't we look at a board over here? We're going to look at some useful expressions. Some of them I'm sure you know, but we might find a new one out today. So please excuse my messy apartment in the background. Okay, can we see the board? Is it okay, everybody? So this one is really simple, but it's showing you different ways of saying what your hobby is. I mean, you could say, my hobby is playing piano or playing the piano. Both are okay. Playing piano, playing the piano. But I could also simply say, I like playing the piano. I like playing piano. Or we could take it out of the ing form. We could say, I like to play the piano. You'll hear both variations. I like to blah, blah. I like ing. So we could say, I like swimming or I like to swim. Both are okay. And you could even just say, I enjoy swimming, right? I enjoy playing the piano. You could use a qualifier So something like I really like, I totally enjoy, like that. So you can make your sentences more complicated. Okay, that was too easy. Let's move on. And this is something I love teaching because it can be complicated. The difference between go, play, and do. And there's a lot for me to explain here. So while I'm talking and while you're listening, would you please try to use go, play, and do in a sentence related to one of your hobbies? So I will type that here. Try to make some sentences while I'm explaining. So the first one, the ing, we use that with activities that end in ing. So go fishing. I like fishing. I'm from Canada. That's a true hobby of mine when I lived in Canada. Go shopping, go bowling, go hiking. There we go. Go shopping. Go running. We could change it obviously to the past tense, right? Like I went shopping. I went shopping yesterday. Good. I like to go camping. I like to do yoga. Oh, good. We'll talk about that soon. I like to swim and I like swimming is the same meaning. Yes, yes. When you're talking about your hobbies, there's no real nuance difference. So you can say both. Go swimming. Perfect. Okay, play. Play is for musical instruments. Play piano, play flute, play violin or play the violin. We can say both ways. Sports that use a ball. Something that's a ball or like a ball that goes back and forth. And usually it's a team sport and you're competing against each other. Like I play soccer, I play tennis, I play football, I guess American football we could say. I play like this, right? Hockey is not a ball. Hockey is a puck, but it's the same idea. It's something that's going back and forth. There you go. Play is also for games, like video games, board games. I like to play chess, or I like playing chess. Okay. I like to go playing in the playground. Very good. I like to go climbing. I play guitar. Yes, lovely answers. Very good. And do, I wrote the word solo. Solo means alone. So something that you usually do alone, it's related to your body. And we most often use it for martial arts. Martial arts, like I'll type that word. It could be a new word. Martial arts is like fighting. So karate, taekwondo, judo, like this. And of course, other things that you do, activities that you do by yourself. So I do yoga. I do gymnastics, like that. So I hope you understand the difference between go, play, and do. Sometimes I hear students switch some of the words around. So it's important to understand the difference. Unju says, I don't think there are sports that don't use balls. Yeah. Ball or a ball-like object. Like maybe like badminton, you have the birdie, right? Or the shuttlecock, that thing that flies through the air. So yeah. I like to do flying yoga. Wow. You could say I like to go to the flying yoga studio because you're using go in the sense of your direction. I like to go to the flying yoga studio. If you talk about just your hobby, you could say, I like to do flying yoga. And I have heard that flying yoga is very, very, very difficult. So I think I'm very impressed here. Good. I like to go to massage shops. Yes, I like to get a massage. I enjoyed playing tennis. So I'm thinking you played it in the past and you don't play it anymore. I'm wondering why. You could tell us about that if you'd like. I like going to unfamiliar places and walking around there for hours. Me too. I love traveling and exploring new places, even in my city. Taking a walk down a new street. Living in Seoul allows me to explore so many different places in my neighborhood. Seoul is a very big city for me. Happy Learner says, I like doing absolutely nothing. So you love to relax. Relax at home. A slang would be, I like to chill at home. Good answer. I like to do stretching. Perfect answer. I like to go flying yoga. Oh, no, don't worry. I like to do. Because flying yoga is just your body. You don't need another team member or teammate or anything except your body, really. And some special flying yoga equipment. But yes, that one is, I like to do flying yoga. That means I do that activity. Good. Okay, we will move on to frequency. All right, frequency means how often we do something. So you could answer the question, how often do you do flying yoga? Oh, well, I always do flying yoga. My personal answer is, I never do flying yoga. I have never done it. It's not my hobby. I would love to try it, but I haven't experienced it. I would like to do flying yoga. Perfect sentence from Che. Good job. Mikyung So says, nowadays I started to go hiking with a bottle of water. It makes me feel fresh. Great answer. I can relate to that. I sometimes will walk with a giant tea, like an iced tea in the summer or a hot tea in the winter, and go explore. Lovely. All right, so how often do you do your hobby? Maybe we can talk about it first using these simple words. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. So as you notice, we're going down from 100% to 0%. So how often do you do your hobby? I could say, well, let's look at some of the examples here. I usually do stretching. I play guitar. Sorry, I never play guitar. Massage. Once a year? Not even once a year. When I travel to a country like Thailand, maybe somewhere in Southeast Asia, I like to get a very strong massage, but I haven't traveled in a while, so I rarely go to get a massage. Let's see, swimming. Sometimes I go swimming like this. Let's see, I always read. Good. I sometimes watch dramas. Unju, very good. We have also, I often cook. So you can say, I often cook, or I often do cooking. So we could choose which one we want. I always go to church on Sunday. Perfect sentence. So that means you will be going to church tomorrow. I often go riding a bicycle. Good job. You could say that. We could say that honestly a little shorter, and I don't have a good grammar reason why, just what sounds a little more common. Just, I often ride my bicycle. That one is just a little more commonly said, but there's no reason. So I often ride my bicycle. Good job. DV says, I often watch Netflix. Yes, me too. I had just finished watching, what was that drama? I already forgot the name. It's about Korean people who work in a hospital. Hospital Playlist. Yes, Hospital Playlist was so lovely. I forget how you say that title in Korean, but it's about, I think 5 doctors, 1 female doctor and her 4 male colleagues, and they're all friends, and yeah, they've all been friends since medical school. Oh, what a good drama. Anyway, I've been talking too much about that. Sometimes I go hiking on Sundays. Very good. I sometimes watch movies with an S, right? Because more than one. I sometimes watch movies. Very good. I often play video games on my PS4 in brackets. 5 days a week. Perfect sentence. Good job. Good job. Video games are a lot of fun. I usually watch K-dramas, but seldom watch American dramas. Great sentence. You could recommend a K-drama for me. That would be great. I sometimes do stretching when I watch TV. Perfect sentence. I sometimes go hiking. I sometimes see movies. That one is a little more common. I sometimes see movies, or I sometimes watch movies. I rarely go to coffee shops these days. Yes, I can understand. I rarely go to coffee shops as well. I watch Umbrella Academy. Thank you. Very cool. Cool suggestion. I rarely eat pizza. Oh, I got a little excited there because I usually eat pizza. In fact, I ate pizza for lunch just before we had our live stream today. I also watch Big Bang. The Big Bang Theory. My hobby is parenting. That's nice. That's very nice. So I think you're a good parent. For you, Jik, yes, that is the drama. The English title is Hospital Playlist. Thank you for finding it. I sometimes rest. Okay, perfect. So we'll move on again. Other answers. So some of you have already talked about other answers, but we can say, for example, the number of times, so the number plus the year, the day, the month. So example would be once a month. I eat budae-jjigae once a month, for example. We could also say once, 2 times is twice, 3 times. Actually, there's a word, we say thrice, but it's so old, nobody uses it anymore. So it's better once, twice, and then switch 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and so on. And then we go something, right? So once a day, I take a walk. I take a walk, or I go walking, or I walk once a day, like this. So we could talk about your day, your week, your month, your year. So let's try to make an expression related to a hobby using this format, this method. So I take a walk once a day. Oh, of course, I brush my teeth 3 times a day. I exercise 3 times a week. That's a lie. I think I exercise 2 times a week. I exercise twice a week, if I'm honest. What else do I do? I go, Well, actually, this is hard because of COVID-19. I'm not living my regular lifestyle. I would say I go on vacation. I travel once or twice a year. I get my hair cut once a month. Let's see what you have to say. I drink coffee twice a day. Perfect sentence. Well done. I'm supposed to learn calligraphy from October, starting in October. Oh, that's beautiful. Calligraphy is beautiful writing. So I'm wondering, what kind of calligraphy? Korean calligraphy or Hanja, like the beautiful Chinese character calligraphy? Wow, that's a beautiful hobby. Maybe you could be learning English calligraphy too. Let me know. I'm curious. Right. So you could say, Rose, I have piano class twice a week. Or I go to piano class twice a week. So Young Kim, spending a lot of time with 5 kids has become my greatest hobby. 5 kids, wow. That is a lot of children. I mean, that's a blessing, but it also could be a little bit stressful, I imagine. And lots of work, especially if they're young. Wow. I meet Professor Nikiforuk once a week on YouTube. That made me smile. Thank you. Sure, good sentence. I order pizza over 2 times a week. Perfect sentence as well. These days, I've been ordering delivery food about once a week. I eat pizza once. So once a month, once every 2 months. So every is after 1 month. So every 6 months. I hope I explained that well, happy learner. Sorry, that's a really good point to make. I order pizza like once a month, but if we're talking more than one, so 3, 4, 5, every 3 months, every 4 months, every 5 months, like that. Good. I have a meal twice a day. Perfect. I drink coffee every morning. Irina, me too. Very good. I go hiking once a year. Perfect. I learned calligraphy. Ooh, let's try that again. I learned Korean calligraphy. Oh, Korean, English, and Vietnamese calligraphy. Wow, that is lovely. Great hobby. I take a walk 5 times a week. Perfect sentence. Very good, very good. Okay, we will move on now to our final question. You can ask somebody about the duration of their hobby. So, how long have you been doing your hobby? That's a common question. So, I would use it like this. How long have you been doing calligraphy? So we need to use the gerund form, the ing, in this question style. How long have you been skiing? That means how many years have you been skiing? Tell me, how long have you been playing the piano? The student who said about the guitar, how long have you been playing the guitar? So how long have you been? And then change it to the ing. How long have you been hiking? How long have you been swimming? Like this. So we can ask about your hobby and how long you've been doing it for. The answer, I've been since, like this. So you could say, if I started playing piano 3 years ago and I'm still playing piano today, I could say, I've been playing the piano since 3 years ago. Or I could minus 3 years from my age. So imagine I'm 10 years old. I would say, I've been playing piano since I was 10 years old. Right? That's just an example. So you could say, since your age, since I was 10 years old, since I was 10. You could also say, since blah, blah years ago, since 2 years ago, since 3, since 4. You could also say the exact month. Since October. Since last October. We could go back like that. Okay, so let's try to make a sentence. How long have you been doing your hobby? I've been watching YouTube since YouTube was created. I have been cooking since the coronavirus started. I've been cooking since a few months ago. Like that. I've been playing the saxophone since I was in high school, since I was a teenager, like that. So let's see some sentences. Okay, we have here, okay, pizza, a lot of pizza. Take a walk, okay, let's keep going. About calligraphy. Oh, using a fountain pen. Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I like that. I've been playing the piano, Rose Cho, since 10 years. Yeah, since 10 years ago. Or 10 years old. Let me know. I've been playing the piano for 2 to 4 years, but I am not playing now. Perfect sentence, Unju. Actually, for me, yes, I used to play the piano, but I stopped. I've been playing video games since about 10 years ago. Happy learner, great sentence. I've been doing Pilates. Okay, so we'll think back to go, play, do. Pilates is a sort of exercise or activity you do by yourself. So we group it with do yoga, do gymnastics, do taekwondo, do Pilates. There you go. Pilates is very hard. That's a very difficult exercise. It makes you sweat a lot. I've been doing Pilates since 2 years ago. I've been playing piano since 30 years ago. We have a piano expert, lovely. My sister plays the piano, actually. She's very good at it. She's been playing since she was, I want to say 5 years old. And a quick anecdote, a quick story about her. She has a pretty good ability with piano. So we call it like perfect pitch. So she can hear a note, a musical sound, and she knows exactly what it is. So when we were young, I was studying the piano. I was trying to play piano so well. And she's younger than me. So I'm maybe 7 years old playing the piano, and she was 4 years old. And she didn't take any lessons, but yet she could play the same songs I was learning in my lessons. So I quickly gave up on piano, and she went on to study music at the University of Ottawa. So I knew I had to quit that because I wasn't very good at that hobby. I've been cooking since I got married. Very good, very good. I've been reading books since the time I could read letters. Since when I could read letters. Very good. I've been drinking coffee every morning since I was 24. I think that's the exact same situation as me. I've been drinking it since university. Very good, Irina. Rose says, my daughter has been playing, so we have to remember the ing, playing the violin since 3 years ago. Beautiful. I love the violin. Also, I tried to learn the violin as a child, and the honest answer is I preferred to play video games instead. So my parents had me quit the lessons because I was wasting their time. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I have been walking. So if this is your hobby, we can say, I have been going walking, maybe. Sure, I have been taking a walk since I checked the first number of my weight was changed. Okay. So it's about diet. I understand. So you could say it a little shorter. You could say, I've been walking since I noticed that my weight has changed. And I know what you mean, since the first number on my weight. So maybe it went from like a 4 to a 5, a 40 to a 50, or 50 to a 60, something like that. Unju Shin, what is Pilates? That's a good question. I don't know how to explain it that well. It's a form of exercise, and I believe that it involves lots of movement that's designed to have your heart beat very fast and help you grow muscle. So it's a combination of cardio, so heart beating fast, and some movements, maybe like a push-up that can build your strength, I think. But actually, I've never done Pilates. So if anyone has any better definition, it would be great if you could add it. We have the Korean spelling, Pilates. Pilates. Okay, there we go. But my Canadian accent says it like Pilates. Unju. Sheldon. So are you talking about the Big Bang Theory? Yeah. So young Sheldon could hear the pitch and he could play it with the piano. That's just like my sister. Yeah, some people have that ability just naturally. It's pretty cool. Okay, so how long have you been doing your hobby? I've been doing it since blah, blah, blah. We could say the starting point. It's good to use since. Since talks about the starting, right? Since is the starting and until is the ending of a period. So since talks about the past. Until talks about the finish line. We shouldn't say, I've been playing piano until 3 years ago, right? We're mixing up our time. Remember, this is the beginner English chat, so I'm giving a lot of tips. Maybe you already know these things, so if it's a little too easy at the moment, I apologize. All right, let's go now to our discussion. So, my question to you, and please type your answer, give me your opinion. Why do people need hobbies? What's the point of a hobby? Why do people have hobbies? What's the purpose? Why do we have hobbies? Ooh, Juyeon, your sister has a very good talent. Wow. I would love to see some of those drawings. Beautiful. Drawing and maybe even painting. Cool. So my question, we'll go back to it, was why do people need hobbies? To relieve one's stress, certainly. To get out of work and stress, yes, certainly. To release tension, exactly. To relax, to relieve your stress. It gives us energy to work again. Beautiful answer. Yes, I agree. We need time to relieve our stress. Perfect sentence. Yes, and I agree with you. Job, your career, it doesn't fill people's mind and passion. Yes, so it's like saying it's not enough to satisfy a person. Exactly. Very good. Hobbies also, of course, are entertaining. They allow us to meet new people, get out of the house, escape from daily life. Very good. Okay, now this is a bit of a fun question, because I think we all can relate to having a hobby that kind of takes over our life. So, does your hobby ever interfere with your work or your study or your personal life? Or has your hobby ever interfered with your life? So we could talk about now or the past. So I could share a quick story about video games. A quick story. I used to play video games when I was in high school. And I played something called World of Warcraft. And I guess that's not really technically a video game. That's a PC game. Anyhow, I played this PC game a little too much, and it interfered with my studying. I suddenly started developing lower grades. I started failing a course, my calculus course, my very important mathematics course. That was not okay with me, my teachers, or my parents. So I had to quit that hobby right away and work very hard. And then my grade went back up again. So I let my hobby of playing video games affect or interfere with my life a little bit at that time. I'll always remember. So I could say I was a little bit obsessed with that video game. I was slightly addicted to that video game. All right, let's check this out. Hobbies improve our lives. Very good answer. I want to do a new thing, a kind of challenge. Happy Learner says, I played that too. Were you Horde or Alliance? Let me know if you remember. Wow. Oh, wow. We have a lot of World of Warcraft WoW fans in here. WoW is great. I have the same experience. Yes, sometimes I don't want to go back to work. Yes. It's hard to focus on your hobbies and your work at the same time. When I was studying, I played calm music, but there are times when I only listen to the music. Yes, I understand you. You can let the music interfere with your work a little bit. Sometimes the hobby disturbs my work, but not seriously. Very good. I think you have a lot of control. That's great. My hobby of binge watching Netflix often gets in the way of me preparing lessons for teaching. Very good, DV. Very good. And just fighting. Good luck, because it's hard to stop watching Netflix, especially during COVID. Very good. My hobby is reading. Whenever I read a book that I really like most, I stay up late. The next morning, I sometimes get up late. I can relate to that, definitely. Sometimes books are just too good. They are too engaging. They're so exciting. You keep turning the pages, and before you know it, you look at the time, it's too late. It's early in the morning. I used to watch YouTube secretly, so my boss tried to kill me. Kill you? Oh my. Yeah, I think you mean your boss was so upset about that, right? That's a good expression, right? Very good. Okay, next question. Do you spend money on your hobby? So maybe you have to pay for the Netflix subscription. Maybe your hobby is drinking coffee in the coffee shop. Maybe your hobby is, dare I say, golf. Golf in Korea is so expensive, more expensive than in my country, in Canada. I think a weekend of golf might only cost about $100 in my country. However, in Korea, I've been told it could cost around $300. It's a big difference. So, do you spend money on your hobby? Maybe your hobby is free, right? Maybe you can just take a piece of paper and draw. That's pretty much free. Your hobby could be playing the piano. Or maybe you pay for lessons at an academy. In that case, you spend a little bit of money. So does your hobby cost you money? My hobby of playing World of Warcraft, the PC game, used to cost me money because I had to pay a subscription fee to play that game every month. So once I quit that game, I was happy because I could save my money. Okay, Happy Learner says, I sometimes spend money on buying new video games. Very good, perfect sentence. Hyunsu Jung, hello, welcome. DV says, I used to spend money on game items in Pokemon Go. I can understand. I have been very, very tempted to spend money on, I play how can I say it? A smartphone. I was going to call it a handaphone. A smartphone game called Brawl Stars. And in Korean, I guess it's said like Brawl Staji. Anyway, I have been very tempted to spend some money to buy items and characters in that game. I spend money to buy books. Perfect sentence. And I think that spending money on books or education is never wasted money. It is always a great investment. A book is one of the best things you could buy. Lovely. I spent so much money to buy all of the Harry Potter series. Lovely. And I'm so curious, do you read it in Korean or in English? Let me know. Good answer. My hobby needs good equipment, so I have to earn more money. Yes, some people have expensive hobbies. For example, maybe someone's hobby is collecting watches, wristwatches, luxury watches. Maybe it's golf. Maybe it's collecting cars, right? It could be a lot of different things. Or collecting bags, designer bags. Yes, I spend a lot of money to buy food for cooking. Oh, yes, me too. Yes, especially fruits. They can be a little expensive in Korea sometimes, depending on the season. Yes, it can be expensive, or meat. My husband spends money a lot playing golf. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope he enjoys it. I hope it's worth the money, worth the amount of money he spends. These days, I try to spend money for me. I try to spend some money for me. That one, it's the to and the ing, so we need to pick a method. So I like to spend some money on me, or I like spending money for me, because I'd like to develop me, my personal life. I'd like to develop myself. So actually, we'll use the reflexive here. I'd like to develop myself by doing exercise and buying books. Yes, I think that spending money on self-development or self-improvement is so, so important. Good. Okay. Wow, we have a lot of messages to catch up on. We have golf. Okay, reading Harry Potter in Korean. I like listening to Harry Potter in English. Great way to study English. Great. I went to, Mount Fuji or Switzerland. I used a lot of money. So traveling, going to exotic and expensive locations, hiking a mountain, you need the equipment, you need the plane ticket to go there, you need the accommodation, you need the food. That's a lot of money. But again, worth it. Worth it means even if you spend a lot of money, you get a lot of value returned to you. So it's worth it, right? I spent a lot of money, but it was worth it. The trip was so expensive, but it was worth it. Good. I'm a Sunday school teacher in church and decorate boards, worship rooms, but I don't get paid. This is volunteering. So volunteering is a great hobby. Very, very noble. However, the downside is sometimes you do not get paid when you spend a lot of your own money on that volunteering situation. I sometimes spend money to download a movie. Perfect. Lovely. Yes. Or you could say a movie if it's one movie. If it's many, many movies, we should say, I sometimes spend money to download movies. Like that. Beautiful. Good job. Oh, well, time flies. Why don't we now begin our quiz? I can't believe it. We only have 5 minutes left. So everyone did a great job today. I'll ask 3 quiz questions. Please do your best to type your answer quickly. So this one is a little hard. I'm going to say this. Which sentence is incorrect? I play tennis, I play yoga, or I play video games. Which sentence? I play tennis, I play yoga, I play video games is incorrect. Yes! Yes, Mi Kyung-so is the fastest one for the first question, the fastest person for the first question. That's right. I play yoga. We need to say I do yoga. Like I do Pilates, I do Taekwondo, I do Judo, I do Jiu-Jitsu. Oh gosh, there are so many that we have to say do. Very good. Very good, everybody. I'm happy. All right. Now, our next question is, what's a shorter and more natural way of saying 2 times in a week? So 2 times in a week, grammatically is okay, but it's a little long, and native speakers usually like to say things shorter, and that makes it a more common expression. Oh my gosh, Mi Kyung-so, twice a week. Yes, you are indeed correct again. Wow, okay, we might have a clear winner today. Everyone, yes, Twice a week. Twice in a week, okay, yes, but shortest, twice a week. What do I do twice a week? I exercise twice a week. There we go. All right, and this one, I think somebody can answer it very quickly, but I would like for you to write it in a full, complete sentence. So I want a complete sentence, but the format doesn't matter. You can say anything, but in a full sentence. Question is, what's your hobby? What is your hobby? So I like blah, blah, blah. I do blah, blah, blah. My hobby is blah, blah, blah. I enjoy blah, blah, blah. Okay, for you, Jake, perfect answer. There you go. My hobby is reading. Very fast typer. Happy learner. My hobby is to play video games. Perfect sentence. Yes. My hobby is sewing. Very good. My hobby is doing yoga at home. Home exercise is very common these days, right? My hobby is reading books. Beautiful. Go hiking. I do eye shopping. Eye shopping is like browsing. Eye shopping is a really great expression, and it's used a lot in Korea. But when you go to another country, eye shopping is little Konglish, actually. So we should say, I like browsing, or I like window shopping. This is my window. So it's like I look through the window at all the goods that I want to buy. So I like window shopping. I like browsing. Good. I like going hiking. I like to watch YouTube. Perfect sentences. My hobby is drip coffee. Okay, you like to drink drip coffee or brew. Do you like to make it? I like to brew drip coffee. My hobby is drinking drip coffee, enjoying drip coffee. But you could just say my hobby is drip coffee if that's a very general thing. Like you study it, you drink it, you make it, like all that stuff. You could say my hobby is drip coffee. Like you could say my hobby is computers. It could mean you play the computer, you build computers, you study computers. So we could use a general term. Even like my hobby is music. That's pretty general. A lot of things could be meant by that. Yes, so you are correct. If that's what you mean, like drip coffee, everything about it. My hobbies are listening to jazz music and reading Bibles. Very good, very good. Even though, like in terms of the Bible, there's the Old Testament and the New Testament, like kind of two books. We could just say it always as the Bible, because the Bible is such a important text in Western tradition. We just say reading the Bible, the Bible. Very good. Window shopping. Yes. I like browsing. Me too. My hobby is exercising in the gym. Perfect sentence. I like to watch movies and drink coffee. Me too. So relaxing. My hobby is going trekking. Very good. I like window shopping and reading a book. I usually go for a walk near the park or watch YouTube video clips whenever I want to kill time. Beautiful expression. Kill time is like pass the time, to relieve your boredom. Good expression. I like browsing and drinking caramel macchiato coffee at coffee shops. I love caramel macchiato. Lovely. My hobby is going camping. Perfect, everyone. Okay. Everyone did a great job. I'm really pleased with today's lesson. Thank you so much. As you know, we need to finish at 4 o'clock. So I'll end our lesson here, but please come back next week from 3 to 4 o'clock. I'll be talking about weather. So weather, how to describe the weather in English, and some idioms and expressions about the weather. I'm sure you've all heard about raining, cats and dogs, but there are some other weather expressions that we can learn. So we'll talk about the weather next time. And remember that you can sign up for the telephone English class. I mentioned it at the start of our video together. I will mention it again now. So basically, you can speak with myself or Professor Hollis or Professor Nolan. And you can register, so sign up by going to the Naver Band or Cuff's website, or calling or emailing the English office. There are so many ways to register. It's called Telephone English, and it's where I or other teachers will call you once a week, for 15 minutes, and we talk. And it's a great chance to meet us and improve your English. And I really hope that I can speak with some of you on the phone. That would be great. A few of our students in here are already registered in it, and we have some pretty great conversations together. So I hope you sign up, and well, it's time to go. Unfortunately, time really flies. Thank you so much, everybody. I look forward to seeing you next time, and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your hobbies too. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. DB, I just read your message now. Yes, have a great weekend. Good. Thank you for your time. All right, take care. Bye-bye, everyone.